and he's worked with them. So there are people out there.
All right, AMVCC
We
meeting,
just have to trust putting them in
May
our
7th,
seat.
2026,
And that might be
and we're going to try to do this the right way.
I know the sites that, yeah.
I think it would be a good idea if we had applications. Having people, look at the stuff. Actually, blank applications. Because I do that at the museum for.
I like that.
That is a good idea.
Any other feedback before we break in to get ready to do our actual club meeting? You going? All right.
Well,
I knew you were thinking
my
about
son
it.
who lives an hour away, so I'm not gonna miss it.
So as it stands right now, it seems like 7 AMVCC members, the people who you see in this room, are going to nationals right now.
Yes.
6 of
Jeff?
our leaders and 1 of our
Jeff.
past leaders.
Jeff,
Rob might have.
black shirt at the end of the table. He needs one too.
By the way, Rob isn't here tonight because he had a little stomach flu.
I'm serious.
So
Yeah.
he's trying to get better. Didn't quite get good enough. No, I appreciate it. Here's another thing. Some of our events that we take are just amazing. We'll talk about this event tonight with you guys, but for them, I'll talk a little bit about some of the opportunities we've given our leaders to have just nice evenings out. We have one coming up this November, A Night to Remember, and the tickets are $200 each. It's in a World War II blimp hangar, and it's completely World War II focused. And several of our members will get to go in a +1 if they have World War II era equipment to bring and put on display that night. So that's a kind of a cool event that's coming up.
You got a bad picture on that slide though.
Also, I mean, this is an example. When we have a newer member, sometimes we tuck them into a convoy so they don't have to drive the 50 miles alone. This is somebody I called our newest member until he was like probably 25 members from being new, and he finally reminded me I'm not the newest member anymore. But he's tucked in a convoy here, and we like to do that with other people. So you're not out on the road alone, slow moving traffic. If you have a problem, you have other people with you. That's it. I'll switch to presentation.
So Sam, could you outline one more time where that is going to be displayed?
That presentation?
Yes.
In Fisherville, Virginia. And I'll talk about that during this presentation. It's going to be Saturday morning at the Nationals in Virginia. It's going to be in one of the leadership topics. And that's when that's going to be presented. And the audience will be leaders of the other affiliate chapters of the MVPA nationwide. And when I was in the leadership conference last year in Louisville, this information, people were hungry for it. Like, how can we get this information? What do we do to save our club? How do we get more than 3 people to an event? How do we get more than 2 people running the entire organization? I'm currently the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. How can I get a couple more people at the table? Those were the things that the leaders were saying from the other organizations around the country. So even if it feels painful, we're doing okay. Go ahead.
Is there any of that stuff at the National gonna be streamed?
I don't know. I can ask. I'm in contact with the person who's in charge.
find out.
And we can say, just stream it on YouTube. Stream it on YouTube.
It would be kind of cool to get a recording of you presenting that.
Well, we can do
I could
this.
take the streaming phone with me and stream it back to you guys on the AMVCC website.
There you go.
Be a great idea.
Okay. Okay, I like it. I can take the AMVCC live stream to Fisher. I can stream the conference with us a little bit. Like walk around, show you the vehicles.
Mustard.
So,
That's gonna be a long walk around here.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're expecting? Are they expecting about 80 or 90 or?
I don't know. I think there's some numbers of what, I have a slide of something that they put out. It says the numbers of it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
All right, so do we have any tickets in any of the buckets? Something in here?
All right.
Jeff, you got raffle tickets for the raffle items up here?
Anybody not signed yet?
You wanted one? Yeah, there's some t-shirts here, there's some club shirts.
That puzzle's mine.
It looks like it. I bet I know what you got. Oh, you didn't win it? Okay, because this is like the third time they've given us one of these to raffle off. Maybe. Oh, I bet you he did. Yeah.
Such a purist.
Looks close enough for me.
Yeah.
All right. So,
That way you can see yourself?
well, it's important that we listen for people.
The feedback.
At the last meeting, Colonel Trujillo, Reggie, from the other side of the globe, chimed in during our meeting. And he watched the live stream, he got up early, watched the live stream first thing in the morning, and interacted with us a little bit. And so I think it's good if we're actually listening to the live stream. And we are currently live. Anybody still hungry? Y'all got food somehow?
If anybody's still hungry, Juan's closing up here in just a couple minutes. Forget it now.
What do you want to do with these?
So, if you want this item, you have to put a raffle ticket in here. You want this item, you have to put a raffle ticket in here. And it's not the ones that you bought for the money raffle. It's another ticket. You gotta buy more tickets. These are separate tickets with separate money that John's selling.
How much are the tickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same price.
Exactly what he said.
Is it? It's the same price.
How many you want, big boy?
Six for five.
Yes, it is.
You kind of remember it and say that we're about to start.
I got it.
5 more minutes, we're gonna start.
I'll wait it out.
You put 5 stuff in one bucket,
Can you do anything you want?
well, then you win for
We
sure.
actually have a decent crowd of a crowd tonight.
Your money over here.
Say hi, everybody.
Confusing everybody. Oh, not everybody.
Wave and say hi.
Afternoon.
I put 5.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, good evening.
And he gets it.
Oh, 6 of one, half a dozen.
That's how it should work. That's how
If
it
you want
works.
to win for sure, put 5 in one bucket.
All right, folks, it's 7 p.m. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
and
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, folks, nice turnout. Welcome to the main meeting of the Arizona Military Vehicle Collectors Club. For those of you who got here early enough to get some food, and especially those of you who RSVP'd for the food so that we knew how much to order, thank you. And if you didn't get something to eat, I'm sorry.
Let's
Well,
go with
let's
these
get you-
tips.
And if you didn't get a raffle ticket, if you're new here, you don't know how it works, $1 raffle tickets, $5 gets you 6. If you buy them from Iden here, hold them the sandwich and put them in the big barrel, you have a chance of winning the money. However many tickets are sold is how much money will be in there, plus $20 from the club. If you want one of the items on the table, or get into the raffle for some of these items that were donated, that's buy your tickets from John. Same tickets, but different money. We're keeping the money separate. These items are fundraising for the Nationals trip. And get right into it. Tonight's agenda, we'll go through the secretary, treasurer, mail call. Leslie, did you bring in the mail, by chance? Okay. Is it in your car?
I can do it, I'll go with it.
Okay, no, bring it tomorrow. And the normal stuff, we'll talk about past events and upcoming events, but we are gonna pause right now because because we lost a member. Jerry Horton, for those of you who maybe got the email from me and got late notice, thank you. Dan Parmley, is he in here? No, he's not in here today. Dan Parmley sent us a note that his service was that day. I sent it out. If anyone would like to say a few words, there's members here who knew him well back in their day, so.
Yeah, Jerry, had a deuce and a half, I believe from the sixties. And, when I joined the club 30-something years ago, he was a very active member. You remember him? He did a lot of trail rides, and even after he got to a point where he couldn't drive it anymore and he had to sell it, he continued to be a member and come to the meetings. He didn't live that far from this area for years. And, I never even knew what branch he served in, but that looks like Army.
Sounds like Army, yeah.
And he was a good guy, and I liked him. And sorry to hear he's passed.
He had to be one of the original.
Yeah, if he wasn't, he undoubtedly joined when Earl Colton was the first president. I can remember him from the very earliest meetings I attended in the 80s. And I'm sorry to hear he's passed.
Does anybody else have a word that they'd like to say about Jerry? I know Jeff would say he might even bring a bicycle to an event, so.
That's true.
All right, so a somber note, a funny note, but as tradition for us, and I think it's a respectful and good one, I think we should hold a moment of silence for Jerry, so take off my hat. Well, if Jerry's watching us now, hopefully he's enjoying hearing a little bit about how he mattered to this organization. So,
He's in that big convoy in the sky.
there you go. All right, so we'll start now with our secretary report. Our secretary, Leslie Olson.
Thank you. So we'll start out legislating $900. Let's see, we went over the balance in the budget, or in our account, and we went over taxes being completed for, I say fiscal year, the calendar year 2025. What else? Went over club spending, talked about me taking over as the secretary. We discussed national events, including the Vietnam War Memorial and Surprise. Some festivals or festivals in June. Let's see. Dr. Barron Smith donated $2,500 for our trip. Other events going on, Tech Talk. Still have the radiator for my Hummer, so I have to put that in. I beat you to the punch this time. And then other items that need to be done on various vehicles. Went over past events like our air show, NASCAR, things like that. And then that was about it.
Meeting adjourned at 7:55.
Oh, yes.
Any questions or concerns about those minutes? All right, that about sums it up. Thank you, Leslie. Jeff, would you talk to us about the budget?
Okay, so we had to get that balance of $42,547. We had our deposits of $4,867. Checks and withdrawals, we had $5,245. And that was our tax fee, wasn't it? And ending balance of $42,169.
pretty flat month over month.
We made some money, we spent some money.
Did we put a 20 in the bucket?
Yes, we did.
Perfect, I love it. So, all that being said, we're still putting money in
That,
the
that
bucket.
should have been on the 20 in the budget. We'll fix that.
We'll get that fixed. All right. Mail call, Leslie, what did you find in the mailbox?
One letter,
One item, okay. Membership maybe?
I believe so.
All right, we gotta get that open and check it out. So, if I see you tomorrow, I'll get that from you and we'll figure it out. Thank you. Do you have any envelopes to mention? I think you got a check from Fighter Country and you got a check from a couple of the officers too?
Nothing that I've cashed yet.
Okay, so something that we'll work on. All right, so we're still working on getting pictures from your time in service. For those of you who served, we want to do a slideshow at Veterans Day. I put that out in the last mailer. I know the mailer was long, so if you didn't see it, that's probably because you got bored and stopped reading about a third of the way down the page, and that's okay.
No.
But, you know, skim to the end sometimes, see what's at the bottom.
Hey,
But,
Joe, you have a really nice picture you can send in, don't you?
I have a few
but do
cringe-worthy pictures
Okay.
from when I was in the service.
do you have any from before you were shaping?
Oh, geez. Wait, when I still had hair, you mean?
No, I mean like all the way back to the ROTC days, come on.
I didn't know
Oh, no,
ROTC.
okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered how far back it goes.
It goes back.
Military school because you were a misbehavior, I don't know.
That was sort of picture jumping out of an airplane.
So send them in. Any new members in the room? I know there's a new person in the room.
Well,
Would you introduce yourself?
I've got a membership form filled out right here.
I love it.
My name is Bill Knopfnagel, and I was a member from 2001 to 2011. I think it was work related.
Okay.
A schedule change, and working nights. And,
What do you have, Bill?
Huh?
What kind of vehicle do you have?
oh, 1966 Unimog radio truck that I got from Tilo up in Prescott.
All right.
And,
Wow.
yeah, so I remember some of you. You may not
There's-
remember me.
There's some familiar faces in the room, probably.
Been a while, and, so yeah,
All right.
You had a German Unimog.
yes.
Awesome. Oh,
That's why I've never had anything stolen in the 27 years I've lived at that house.
Yeah, they see that, and they're like, we're not, yeah.
That guy's crazy or dangerous.
All right.
We're both.
Welcome back. Anybody else? All right. So we've had a couple questions about the MVPA festival. Let me skim here and see if we get any questions for Anthony here. Did they say how many vehicles are signed up on here? I just copy and pasted this out of the leadership mailer that came out. Nope, it doesn't say. So, free Friday night barbecue to all MVPA members. Vehicle judging, I think, is typical. You gotta pay to have your vehicle judged. If you wanna be a vehicle judge and you're there, you gotta sign up early. And, I think it's is it the Augusta Fairground? Anyways, it's right there near Fisherville, Virginia. I think the best way to fly direct in is to DC. That's what we're doing. 19 to 21 June.
Or Richmond. Richmond's very close also. Richmond's just over an hour.
Okay.
Because I'm flying in and out of Richmond.
Can you get direct from here to there? Like nonstop is what I mean. Nonstop.
Not to Fisherville, but well, that's because there's always a problem. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I usually have to go through Charlotte, you're right.
Okay. All right. I just got this nice flyer that they created yesterday, and it highlights some of the cool things that they're doing. They are going to have.
Old and blind.
Anybody know? It's not a. It's a. Oh my gosh. C-47 airplane dropping paratroopers in, and they're going to get picked up in jeeps and military vehicles from the field, and they're going to do that during the show. So I think that's kind of a cool thing that they're adding because they're going to be out in the field. They're going to be doing trail rides around the area. There's more than one convoy that you can participate in if you are there. And they do it both ways, either with the vehicle or without. You can ride with somebody else. And lots going on. We're sending 5 of our leaders, and I wanted to be honest about what we're doing there. We're spending about $5,000 on that. of which we had a $2,500 donation, a $1,200 donation, and a $1,000 donation that's coming from various leaders in the organization. So that puts us about 500 shy of that 5,000 per person, so that's why I say we're about 500 short on making it, so we're putting a little bit more in. And
we're 200 short.
all right, that's excellent, thank you. Is this, this is the organization, thank you very much. They're having their convocation here for the military members here tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Thank you, Lance and Leslie. Any questions about the dollars in the bottom line of how we're covering these leaders going to nationals? $650 a person was just airline flight, and that was not getting to bring a bag. They're paying extra out of their pocket if they want to bring a bag. The fuel costs on the airplanes is expensive right now. There was a $400 flight on Southwest that flew nonstop, straight in, and they discontinued it at the beginning of June. So like we were looking at that, that was our flight, and all of a sudden we had to spend $200 more because Southwest discontinued that route. Go ahead.
In the past, I've flown nonstop to Baltimore on Southwest. Is that flight still nonstop?
That's the one that's no longer available.
Oh.
That's where we were gonna go. Well, I think it was Baltimore.
Are we allowed to carry on?
So, yes.
Okay.
We have all the details for you, but you are getting, I think the way we chose a seat, you get a carry-on and a personal item. If you want a big suitcase, that's gonna be probably $50 extra.
Did we buy those through Sprint?
I don't know.
Oh, which Washington Airport, Dulles or Reagan?
Dulles.
What about $2?
That's even better, it's closer.
Yeah. Okay, so again, as I say every time, if you're working on something at home, send us the pictures, send us some notes so we can talk about it. A few of you have taken us up on that. Doc Smith is not in the room, but he talked about two things. First of all, he has a friend back east, and they know about this vehicle, and one morning his friend said, hey, this track vehicle that we used to, they're calling it a tank, it's not a tank, it's more of an APC, but he said, the city's bringing it back, and so he sent me some pictures of it. I wish he was here to talk about it, because that's what I put it in here and planned on. But he also sent pictures of, he talked about it last time, he sent pictures, tailgate's getting too heavy, I feel him, like my tailgate's getting too heavy on the 925. But he went ahead and put an electric hoist so that he can winch up his tailgate to help him out with that. And maybe it'll save a blown out shoulder at some point. I know Albert put some like door springs, garage door type springs on his to help lift it.
Did it help?
Other trailer tailgate.
Trailer ramp door springs, yeah, trailer ramp springs. Like we have on the club trailer, I had to replace some of those. I wanna do that to mine, but
So that comes right at the base of the tailgate, right, Albert? Yeah.
Works with the hinges that are already there. Yeah. So those are heavy. I went ahead and solved a problem that had been plaguing me for a while. And Joe, you probably know this more than anyone, because you came to get stuff out of the trailer more than anyone. Sometimes there was water damage to our stuff. Like the water had gotten soaked through the canvas, and I even put another tarp up under the canvas, and the water still pooled on top. And you can see in that top picture there where the water would have pooled. And I went ahead and I've been talking about this for years, I finally put a piece of old rotten PVC out of the yard. I went ahead and melted it down so it fit right, and made a ridge beam on my 105 trailer to try to lift the center of the tarp so the water will shed off the side. I'll let you know if it's working. Oh, and now that the club stuff is out of my 105 trailer, I put some of my stuff back in the 105 trailer. And it's out of my garage so I can get in to do an oil change, so that's nice. So thank you all for that, the small benefits. The Wickenburg Deuce, we've been talking about it for about half a year. We've been out there once to chisel out a whole bunch of hard fuel out of housings, assemblies, changed filters, got fuel all the way up to the pump. The second time we brought another lift pump, changed it, and we actually got the engine to run, and it ran away on us. We needed an injection pump. Well, last weekend, Austin Miller, Albert, and myself went out there, and we swapped out the injection pump, and the Deuce runs great. That one's done from our standpoint. It will probably be up for sale here soon. So we'll let you know as soon as it is. I think they have tires, and it will need some work done on the brakes. But other than that, nice, smooth, strong running engine. We thought good of it. We were there the longest day this time. I think we were there longer than we meant to be, but we wanted to finish it and button it up. And
What year is that deuce, do you know?
did anyone look at the data plate on it, Albert?
I didn't.
I'd say
I
it's-
just wondered if it was seventies, eighties.
It's late 50s through 80s.
Okay.
I'm sorry, they all are. So,
Oh, yeah.
It's a A2.
A2.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good shape truck. It's got a hard side.
Hard top.
Hard top,
Yep,
and it's got drop side.
yep.
Nice.
And-
I got $1.
About a 1970 or thereabouts.
How much?
$1970 with drop sides, composite lights and the expanded metal grille.
Yeah.
All came in around 1970. When I went into service, the trucks were new. When I went to reserve components, they followed me. When I retired, they sold them.
So, by the way, we got a picture of Austin here dirty, and it's not just to mock him, but it's to mock him good, because under the truck, he got some coolant and some fuel on his pants, just a little bit, and he says, well, I guess I can't get any dirtier than this. And then when we pulled the injection pump, it beat out all kinds of black oil all over his pants. He actually thought he should sit on a towel on the way home, he was so dirty. And, lessons learned. But what a great mechanic he is, and Albert's a great teacher, and definitely had all the knowledge we needed. It just went, it couldn't have gone any better. And the bottom picture, Jim is happy. I said, get by your truck, get a picture. His wife came out on a little four-wheeled scooter, power chair thing, and said, what are you guys gonna do with it? Her husband had gone to go get coolant. I said, he's gonna sell it. She said, good. So I think she was ready for that thing to get out of her sight. I don't know, just a common wife story, I think. Couple other things. Neither of the people who have been talking about this are here, but we have an M715 owned by a member of the club and a bunch of M151 mutts owned by members of the club. And the opportunity is probably going to exist that if you want to take lead on getting that vehicle running, whether it's through tech days or what have you, the 715, the person would like to donate it to the club as a project truck that the club could use in this process that we're having newer members have the ability to touch, participate, work on, drive, display, operate a truck. So he'd like that to be donated somehow towards the club, and I know the club can't, we can own a trailer, but that's different than a registered operable, it's towed. So something that has to be insured might have to be owned by a member.
15.
Yeah.
So.
We want that.
And then the M151 mutts, the owner would like to retain the ownership of them, but let them go with all the things needed to make them an operable working vehicle so that that person can operate them and use them. So we'll talk about that some more if you're interested. Definitely stay tuned, listen. Email me if you're interested, I'll expand the conversation. Lots of stuff still needs to be done. Some of this might actually be able to get done at the next tech day. Actually, probably none of that. The deuce is done. Leslie's Humvee, probably we can work on that at the tech day. So I think Steve is stuck in back east somewhere for work. He can't be here tonight. I'm thinking that he might be on the live stream. I see a couple people. If I had to guess, it would be Rob and Steve. They both said they were interested in watching the live stream. Neither of them said they were here yet. But the live stream is still running, so that's good. We didn't drop out, so we must be doing it right. And it looks oriented properly, so good job.
And the audio's running.
And the audio's running, you checked it?
Yeah.
All right, good, thank you. All right, so I did sneak in one past event. We got some late photos, or maybe they weren't late, but they just didn't get incorporated. So I'll show these right now. I think Dr. Corella and Sam DeMarco went to that military organization fundraiser out in Scottsdale at the auto shop. And so I got the pictures, I put them in here. But I'm gonna sneak back to this slide now and say we had a whole bunch of events in April. April was a busy month, May is a busy month. But it's gonna get quiet for summer. Well, a little bit quiet for a little bit during summer. We have a lot of nice opportunities coming up, we'll talk about them. But we have pictures of some of these, not all of them. So I took my dad-in-law to the Traveling Vietnam Wall. We looked up a really good friend of his, somebody he went through basic with, somebody from his hometown that ended up catching a booby trap bomb, booby trap mine, and got blown up within 2 weeks of being in country. So we went and looked him up. I know that you were there, John. Anybody else make it out to the Traveling Vietnam Wall this time? Maddie, you went? All right, Albert Lynn. So, I've always wanted to go. I'm so glad I did. If I had to use one word to describe it, impactful. I don't have a lot else to say about it. I looked up one of the neighbors from our neighborhood that I knew got killed in Vietnam too. It's surprisingly easy to find someone you know on the wall with the docents that are there and their reference materials, or even using the ones online. So it's a replica of what's in Washington, D.C. to scale. So if you know where the name is, it'll be in the same place on this wall. Didn't get any pictures of Parker, though I asked him a few times.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't take any this year, but it was a great time.
Anybody take a bin of t-shirts to Parker?
Not that I know of.
Anybody take a bin of white t-shirts anywhere? I swear that there's a bin of white t-shirts missing.
You still haven't found it?
I haven't found them yet. I'm gonna look at, I've looked in the 5 tunnels, maybe, who knows, maybe they went to NASCAR. All right, Phoenix Rising, some of our members went there. Let's see, I'm gonna look around the room and see. Leslie, you were there. Iden, were you there?
Yes.
Iden, you were there. Anybody else?
Sorry, George Sylvester was
That was Leslie.
Yeah, I drove.
Go ahead.
That's Les.
Yeah, I drove his, took me over there.
How was that event for you?
It was pretty good. I mean, we were in the shade.
Yeah.
And it was a hot day, so that was nice. And we were around a lot of the concession stands, so that was good too. Had a lot of people come over and check out the vehicles. Yeah, it was a good event. And then you could walk up the stairs and see the soccer game if you wanted to.
How many of you went? 4 vehicles or 5?
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
Okay, so yeah, Glenn Saber, Sean Tracy, Leslie, Iden. Oh, that's right, and Mark Rose. No, yeah, Mark Rose. Okay, so we have 5 sets of tickets can be acquired. One of them is going to be accounted for by Glenn. Does anybody else who went, Iden, you, and I'll ask the others, want your tickets? If not, we can just ask for them and give them to other members of the club, or raffle them off, or whatever, because they said it can be a pair of tickets, or if you have a few people in the family who want to go, they don't care. They'll let you have some more. So if anyone else wants to go, so I can raffle yours off, I can get yours. Okay, if anyone in the organization wants a set of tickets to the Phoenix Rising, let me know. I have at least 1 set of tickets that we can probably get sent your way. We'll let other members benefit from that.
So you're gonna do that at the next meeting then, probably, or?
Probably. But just email me if you want to go, and email me if you're watching this live stream and you want to give up your tickets. I'll try to pair up your tickets with another member, because she's willing to give them up. And that's a nice benefit for us.
And thank you for getting the extra hats too when you guys are there.
Yes.
Just wanted to give it up, that's fine.
All right. Vet Fest, I didn't get any tickets back from John, I didn't get any pictures back, but that's where the Vietnam Wall was at Vet Fest. Same place.
We were in the stadium, and the wall was in the empty field where we normally have it.
Yeah. But anyways, I didn't have pictures to show of the Vet Fest.
I sent them to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did I just lose them? So every once in a while I get corrected. Go ahead. Who do I got with the hand up in the back?
I've got friends, a family lives in Surprise,
Yeah.
and I made it a point last month to tell them, we gotta go to this. Well, they were kind of hesitant, and they got up, 2 boys, 10 and 12 years old, and they went there, and they were surprised, absolutely surprised at what they had. And it turns out, yeah, they say we're going there next year. And then after the Vet Fest, we walked across the field to the Vietnam Wall, and Anyway, when I was at the Vietnam Wall, I made it a point to find Ralph White's name. And it was, yes, thoughtful.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Surprise is doing a great job. I've attended John used to attend it with his brother Chris. He's been attending them for years. SciTech Fest in the fall, I think it is, and this Vet Fest in the spring. And they're great. I was super impressed by it. They treat us good. They're giving us fuel cards too, so that's nice. So if you ever see that on our agenda, you should sign up and go, even just once. Make it an item you want to try once. We're making good friends with these municipalities. Got some good momentum, and they've got some great events going on with their city. Did anyone go to Page for the Freedom Parade? It's a long ways up there. I didn't know if any members did. If anyone's online and they did it, go ahead and send us some pictures from it. So Dan Parmley, his wife, and I, Michelle, Dan, and myself went to Chick-fil-A Touch a Truck. George had signed up for it, and he asked if I could get someone to take his truck out, and I ended up doing it. Went ahead and topped it up and filled it up, and we did the Touch a Truck at the South Mountain location. And they're going to cater a couple of our meetings, just like the Raintree did here. Now, you got the food from
Right here.
So Raintree went ahead and vouchered it, because it's so far, the food would have been an hour old by the time it got here, and so they vouchered it so we could get it closer to our location, which was nice of them. And I expect that we'll probably have a nice offer from Scottsdale for Christmas again. I'm all for not having to cook the food or prepare it, so if they wanna cater it. Anybody like strongly opposed to having them provide us food, or did you like the food tonight?
Yes.
All right, so I think it's nice. All right, that was a good event my wife went to. And then we had Lance and Dr. Corella went to the Raintree location, so we can thank them for our dinner tonight, because they're the ones who catered this one.
And his mule was a hit.
I don't know why Chick-fil-A started ramping up on the Touch-a-Trucks. They found somewhere in their marketing class that this is a great way to get the community out. And I will tell you, when I was at the South Mount location, the line was out the door, out into the street the entire time. So I think it's working, getting the community out. Go ahead.
So I'd say for this event, it's not a huge parking lot that they have at that location, but I'd say the maximum amount of people in that parking lot, hitting all the little displays and going around and everything, was probably close to 250 people.
And I think they give a lot away during that event.
Oh yeah, they do, yeah.
So if you bring a kid, I think the kid eats for free. I saw people, staff, like the managers, walking around just giving people gift cards and spin the wheel and win a shirt. I mean, they were just giving all kinds of stuff away. So I think that they're really trying to get the community out, create a buzz about their place, be well liked in their community.
And the Children's Hospital was out there too, and if you brought in some kind of a children's toy or something to that effect to donate, you also got a gift card for a complete meal.
Cool. Then we had a touch of Jeep by Chick-fil-A, just down the street from me. I mean, you could have walked there. We ended up with 3 military vehicles at that one. That was just about a year ago. So yeah, you're right. They've got a big outreach going, and they're fun events to go to.
Why don't you talk this one up, Jeff? You went to this one. This was the Desert Mountain Golf event.
We went up to Desert Mountain, and if you guys aren't familiar with where it's at, have you ever been to Bartlett Lake? You go up Carefree Highway, you go through Cave Creek, you're into Carefree, and just before you take the right to Bartlett is this community called Desert Mountain. And they've got, I believe, 6 Jack Nicklaus golf courses in there. They were having a special G.I. Joe party night, and they needed a couple of vehicles to stage their party. We had to go through the security gate, go a couple of miles up the road, beautiful location. You couldn't really see the houses from the street as we were driving up, but occasionally you would, and each one of these, I think the starting price is about $2 million, and then you go up from there.
And that's for the bare ground up there.
That's what?
That's for just the ground, that's just for the lot.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
There a lot.
we get to this party, and they were there in the daylight. They set our vehicles up as an entrance to the party. you know, it was catered, it had a band,
Like a snow crab buffet in the picture I saw.
you had oysters, you had shrimp. As they brought the guests in on golf carts, they were dropping them off right at Jeff Cavino's vehicle. And they had photographers, and they had all the people from the clubhouse that were there to meet and greet. They could care less about them. They went right over to Jeff's vehicle and were taking pictures. We had a beautiful dinner. The night was wonderful. The band started. Everybody was out there. Made you feel good to be involved with that. If you want to join the golf club, it's $250,000 for a membership.
No problem.
You'll have to wait 2 years if you want to be
To
in.
get on the waiting list.
And it's only $2,500 a month to maintain that membership.
It's not bad.
Oh, nice.
They were very pleased with our vehicles. They had each one of the tables staged for, they had a helmet, a grenade, and the guests were showing up in different attire to honor the party that they were throwing. It was a beautiful evening. I think we left about 9:30, and unfortunately, as I'm driving back home, things got worse and worse and worse until I was actually home, you know, where I live. So I hope to get invited back again. It was a great event.
So if they call, it's okay if I pick up the phone?
You can pick up the phone.
I will, all right. We got a couple responses. Definitely from Amy, the coordinator that you may have met out there. Wanted to send a sincere thank you for your assistance securing the military vehicles. Jeff, as well as Robin, were so great to work with from setup, parking, so nice compliment. It would not have come to fruition without you. I appreciate all your help, so I got thanked too. But that was just the thank you from the person you met. Now, the person you didn't meet was the husband who called me and had offered us to the wife. And I'm thinking he must have had a good weekend, because he sent me like a 3-page thank you about how many stupid ideas he's offered to his wife, and it never works out. And he's known her a long time, and he's seen all these different events, and this is the best she's ever come home. So she must have came home on a high, and he must have had a good weekend. So nice thank you from the husband too. So that's good. So I'm just going through the events we did. May 2nd, also that day was the Wickenburg Deuce. So we already talked about that. I sent that out as mission orders. If you've ever been on one of the rescue missions or something like that, sometimes I like to put it into like a set of orders, mission orders. So I did that. And now let's talk about the upcoming events. Did I miss anything? Did I cover the ones we did? I think I did. All right, you gonna take a picture of this? All right. So we got a long list of events coming up for May, and I did throw a few of the June, July, and then one from November. There's a lot more in between there, but I don't like to get too far out because it's too hard to get scheduled. It's hard to get an RSVP for today, much less a month from now. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that are happening. Now, if you're involved with Fighter Country Foundation, we've already staged a few vehicles out there, and the rest are going in at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Plus, the breakfast burritos are between 6 and 7:15, so don't be late. 6:30 is the hard stop. I'm gonna go right to it if everyone's done taking a picture. We're here now, so I'll just move on. So Fighter Country Foundation is multiple squadrons directly supported by this organization. By that I mean the families, the children, the deployed soldiers, and the alumni veterans of this organization can all receive benefits from this nonprofit organization. One of our club members, Brian, is a member of the Fighter Country Foundation. I think he's getting pretty high up in leadership, and he's the reason that we got invited out. And they're doing their entire scramble. The colonel from the base, the general from the base is gonna be out there. They're doing a really big fundraiser for their organization. It's their first one of this type there. And they're gonna knock it out of the park. They've got the F-35 simulator in the ballroom. They showed it to me, said I can come fly it tomorrow and crash it if I want. Super cool. If you are going, if you have any questions, let me know. Everyone who's everyone who's supposed to be there should be signed up, already on the list, should have got this in an email with their instructions. If you don't know where to go, you're welcome to talk to me, but don't talk to me at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, because I'm gonna be driving. So ask me between, now and 9 PM tonight.
Quick question, the park is where we park our trailers. We'll have room
Yes,
for trailers.
absolutely. So it's a dirt parking lot. We used it today. John unhooked there. That's where you can park. Drive your Jeeps into their locations. And let me just stand up, Joe. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So I don't have a stick, but if you're coming tomorrow, we already put 2 vehicles here. We'll put 1 more here. We're gonna put, I don't know if they're gonna have us put a couple here, but most of them are gonna end up going here. If you've ever been to Wigwam, this is the golf cart path around to where they have all the golf carts parked. And we'll put these here. And I think we're gonna put a 5-ton and a Humvee in the front, and we'll put a couple more. So we tried to put the furthest one in already in, so that we don't have to drive past. It's gonna get busy. But yes, definitely unload where it says park, drive up here. If you need to stage and wait, do it in the parking lot, the golf course parking lot. Breakfast is at the B, and lunch is at the L, and that's also where the simulator is. So if you've parked your Jeeps and you wanna go fly the simulator and hang out, you can do that at around 11:30, when it's about over, your courses are done. You wanna sneak out, drive over here, park at the Wigwam, go have lunch, you can. If you wanna leave, you can. You don't have to stay for lunch. Yes?
You remember the parking lot for the last event at the Wigwam?
Same one.
That we pulled into where I had the trailer and all?
Yeah.
That's the same lot?
Same
Yep.
one. Says park on it on the side.
Okay, very good.
You'll know where it is.
Okay.
It's completely dirt now. I think they've stripped up whatever remaining asphalt was there. It seems like they're gonna redo it, but a lot of people were parked in there, but it wasn't full. There was plenty of room for us. Hopefully it's that way tomorrow too. That same night, convocation in this room. I don't think we're invited unless you have a military vehicle and you wanna attend.
You
have
guys
2
wanna
already.
show up? Come on down.
How many steak dinners are you giving away?
Anybody that brings a vehicle, I'll max out at 4.
Okay, so we have 2, so there's room for 2 more. You wanna eat steak with Lance and Leslie? Bring a vehicle. All right. Anything else you wanna say about it? Is that good enough?
No, there's, who we got? We got, the Cuckbee's coming from George.
Yeah.
But Les is gonna be bringing that, and then we've got, Sean
Tracy's
Tracy.
hubby.
Okay,
So that's the 2. Doc Barron Smith said that he would come, but he has since told me that he's having taillight troubles with his Deuce and doesn't wanna drive it in the dark, so I'm thinking that he's probably not gonna be here. So I would say you probably have room for 2 more.
Yep.
And staging at 5 PM, done by around 8 PM.
yeah, the event will be over by 8 PM at the latest.
Okay. All right. And then the next day, Saturday, that's all this weekend. All these things are between now and Saturday. That's a whole bunch between now and Saturday. This is Patty Deemer. She's the member who bought Jeff Covino's tan Humvee truck.
I'll set her to join.
Yep, you got her to join, so thank you for that. She's finally got the kickoff party going on May 9th in Glendale. I think we have all of the, you know, you're in it for the fuel card positions filled at this point, but you're still welcome to come. You display a vehicle, you'll still get in the door free. If you're a veteran, you'll get in the door free. If you've never seen this museum and you wanna come hang out with us, that's where we'll be. I'll probably be there, depending on how that ambulance does. I think I've got the RSVP list in the email on these. What questions do you have about this one? Go ahead.
Staging, what time?
I think we put on this one, oh my gosh, what did we say in the email?
1:30
1:30 in the afternoon?
At the latest.
at the
Okay.
latest, yeah.
No later than 1:30, so you wanna
It
cover?
starts at 2.
Okay, so the event starts at 2, runs till about what, 4:30?
8, I think.
7.
7? Wow. Yes,
According to the weather reports that I've heard, it is going to be a very hot day.
okay.
So bring lots of cold stuff to drink and a big hat, etc.
This
So
is-
here's the thing about that. If you're in a big truck, you probably won't be inside the fence under a shade. If you're in a Jeep or a Cuckbee or a Humvee, you might be under the parking structures because that museum on the east side of the building.
Yes.
Inside the gate is where she plans to put most of our vehicles, and you'll probably be under a shade structure, but we're welcome to come inside the museum where it is air conditioned, and they will have a ballroom. I think there's gonna be some food in there. Go ahead.
Your place to park trailers?
Yeah, there's a parking lot. It's like a Kmart parking lot, something like that. I don't know what the store used to be. Does anybody?
Gemco.
Gemco?
Yeah.
So it's the old Gemco parking lot. Thank you.
Kmart, I'm gonna go to Kmart.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Armed Forces Day at Mission Barbecue. This is your event, is it not?
No.
Oh, no, this is Steve Dorsey's event. Okay, I know Steve Dorsey's gonna be there. They'd like to have about 5 or 6 military vehicles. This is the Paradise Valley location, 4518 East Cactus. I don't think it's a brand new store. It might be a newer store.
No, it's an old store that's defunct, different restaurant, and they're putting Mission Barbecue into it.
Okay, so it's new to them.
Yep.
So
It's
They're offering-
located across the street from where the PV Mall used to be.
they usually do a lot of giveaways. I know Steve is on, he's not done with it yet, but he's still on free food for life, or whatever it is, free barbecue for a year, where you can go get a free barbecue meal every week for a year. And if you get there early and you buy one of those packages, and you might get a free drink or whatever, they do all kinds of stuff like that at their grand openings. We're being offered free sandwich to anyone who displays military vehicles. So if you want to go out there and display, Steve will be there with his deuce, which I think is cool, because every location, if you don't know that, has a deuce or a 5-ton as a smoker truck. And they brought one of them to Buckeye. So if you saw that black truck that said Mission Barbecue on it, that's one of the ones from a restaurant. I think I was told they only buy A3s. I think Austin Miller told me that, so that they have power steering and automatic transmission. Yeah. Or 923 series, so that they have power steering and automatic transmission. Tech Day, May 23rd is what I wrote down. Yes, I see a hand up.
The 16th is also there's a gun show at the Shrine.
Oh, that's
Display
HMTA listed that. I just saw that today. I didn't put it into my.
The gun and military show at
Did they send it to me?
at the Shriners.
Where's it at?
Yeah, it's a military and antique collect show. It's the 40th Street and south of the 202, the Shrine Center, Shrine Auditorium.
Shrine Convention Center.
Okay. So that was the same day. Okay.
They sent it back to the tech day.
They sent it today, didn't they? Yeah, I think I just saw that today.
No, I'm sorry, yesterday.
And it's neat, because it used to be you'd go and it wasn't any benefit, but now to display a military vehicle, you don't pay the $10 admission into the gun and military show.
Where is that? Mesa?
That's right there it's in the heart of Phoenix, north of the airport, in what's called off 40th Street, the Shrine Convention Center. Shriners Convention Center.
Rear or something, Shrine Auditorium.
Yeah,
Anybody going to this?
probably.
That's the one between Van Buren and McDowell, right?
Yeah, well, kinda, yeah, just north of that area.
Yeah.
I think I had our Tech Day on the 16th, but I moved it because of the Armed Forces Day event at Mission Barbecue.
And it says the 23rd and the 25th on that slide.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Is it
It's not Monday, but it's not Monday the 25th. It's the weekend. It's the Saturday. It's the Saturday. I'll fix the slide. I think it's right in the email. Guys, you ever see me making mistakes? I'm juggling. I'm barely hanging in there. So, be kind. And do correct me. Send me an email, but just, you can even, you can give me a little razzle, but just be kind. Exactly. So we have 3 things planned. Oh, go ahead, Phil.
You have a street address for this?
I will. I wanted to see if there's anybody interested before we go doing all this, but yes, I'll put it out in an email.
No,
So I
I can
got
help you.
3 hands, 4 hands, 5s, okay. So there'll be a handful of people here. The agenda has Leslie's Humvee. He's never run it since he got it in from Gulf Planet. It needs the radiator installed and get it fired up. So I think that's gonna be the main event. Jeff would like to tear the goods out of the club trailer out onto the ground and put it back in there in a more organized fashion. And I'd like to swap a couple tires on my 5-ton. Those are the 3 things that we have planned for this Tech Day. And by swapping the tires, we have good tires. I just have I have a blown out flat on the rack where the spare tire goes, and I have a good tire on the ground, and we need to swap some things around. Cause, I'm not going anywhere without a spare on that truck.
Hey, is that a
Providing
good,
food?
Yeah, we'll probably buy some pizzas for lunch,
is that a good day to bring another trailer out there?
maybe,
Okay.
yeah.
Buy this one.
All right, May 25th, that's probably what was Monday, May 25th, Memorial Day in Greenwood. If you've been with this club longer than a year or two and you've ever been out, you know what this is. It's probably one of the 3 main events that this organization does every year. You'll probably see anywhere from 15 to 30 of our members show up out here. Sometimes they convoy in from Lee's Valley. Sam DeMarco comes in his Gamma Goat, and just it's a nice ceremony. It's a good time to gather. We're there in the morning, oftentimes fed either breakfast or someone brings donuts, oftentimes fed lunch, you know, whether it's a hot dog or a sandwich or something. Usually there's ice cream, cold water, but it's a nice ceremony, usually a flyover. I encourage it. If you haven't done this with our organization, that's with this club, you should do it. Bucket list item, do this event if you've done nothing else. Go ahead, Ike.
And, they pay the club money, correct?
Typically, so we're expecting it. I would say more likely than not, there will be fuel incentive tied to this event, and it will be made available to anyone who attends and asks for it. And if they don't offer it to us, I still think it's the right thing to do, but they haven't not offered it to us. I think it's always been
But
available.
it seems to vary every year, but it's usually reasonably generous, so.
Yeah,
And they feed us.
yeah,
Now every time.
yeah. I think it's the right thing to keep going, and some of our club members are there, so,
Amen.
yeah.
Well,
I think
that was my
we've
first,
averaged 20 over the last 7 years. I mean,
Some of them are there right now.
yeah. Oh, the vehicles are?
No,
Our family.
they're in turn.
Oh, there's that. yeah.
I'll be there every year.
They'll be there, they'll be there in perpetuity. Yes, they're very fair.
yeah, that was my first event as an actual club member last year. Came out just to kind of check things out and see how things ran, and yeah, the amount of guys that showed up and it was just great the way it all worked out.
Doc Smith asked us to put this on the calendar. This is out in Mesa. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You know
this is
one?
bizarre. They've reached out to me every year and bothered me about 8 times a year before it came up. I haven't heard anything from her this year, and I'm afraid that Ellie, the lady who they called her ET, did she pass? I've heard nothing about this.
I know very little. I know that Doc has this event.
Yeah, they usually have 1 or 2
They
people, and
like-
we would drive our vehicles, we'd escort the
2 Jeeps as
SGLT.
escorts. 2 Jeeps
It's a
as
great
escorts.
thing to attend, but I kinda wanna go to Greenwood this year.
We'd love to have you at Greenwood.
And they didn't reach out to me this year. I'm kinda worried about the coordinator and if she passed away.
Yeah, so they're looking for 2 Jeeps. If somebody doesn't, somebody wants to do that on that side, that's what they're looking for. Did I see a hand come up?
I gotta get a picture so I can call them.
Okay.
I don't wanna go, I wanna go to your event.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna click through. You'll see it in the email outbound. Does anybody in the room not get the email coming out? If you're a member, you should be getting and you probably haven't seen it, but once you fill out your membership form, you get email?
Do I get email?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have email.
So we'll go ahead and get you on the membership list once we get your form. And then we got June 4th, so that was it for May. We got a few events coming up from the city of Phoenix. June 27th, after dark in the park, we're looking for 3 vehicles. Each of these has a minimum of 3, maybe as many as 5 if we get enough interest. But we're offering a $100 fuel incentive per event, plus most of them are offering you food, beverage, and VIP experience. By VIP, you might be in a box at the stadium event, you might be in the staff line when it comes to the food and beverages, but,
Alan,
go ahead.
Alan? That's right next to your house.
It's pretty close.
It's close.
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
Take the whole family out. It's a drone show. It's a drone show, go ahead.
I am trying to picture where that park is,
Union,
cause at
Union Hills.
27th Avenue and
Isn't it more
Union
than
Hills.
It's 19th Avenue.
Yeah, it's probably 19th.
No, it is 19th Avenue.
I probably put 27th from the date.
Okay, because
Yeah, it's
I
not-
live right near there, there's no park
Yeah, I
there.
think it's 19th Avenue and Union
No,
Hills.
it is.
Okay,
But when we get closer, you'll get some specifics, it'll be more
Okay, 'cause
accurate.
yeah.
And don't worry, there's a police station nearby.
Yeah, I should be at that one, and probably Rob, if he can get his mutt going. Jeff, what's wrong with Rob's mutt now?
He hasn't brought it to us yet.
Well, okay, can I do a little tech day?
Yeah, go do a tech day, we'll stop here.
Okay, so Rob had a fuel pump problem where his oil was full of fuel, which meant that the diaphragm in the fuel pump was leaking into the oil, compartment. Rob ordered, oil pan. Rob ordered a fuel pump off of eBay. So Tully and I, went over there on Saturday to change the oil and to change the fuel pump. And, we did that and it wasn't pumping fuel. And then, we're looking at everything, we hooked up a line, gravity feed into the pump, and it just went through like crap through a goose. And I said, something is wrong, let's take this pump off. We put it on the table, we took the original pump apart to look at it, and there was some cracks in the diaphragm. That's how the oil was, that's how the gas was getting through. Then we took his eBay pump apart, this thing wasn't fresh. You know, you could tell with this fresh sticky paint on the outside and the bolts that had crud and corrosion on them.
Ew.
We took it apart and, it was $80 worth of junk.
So he got ripped.
He got ripped. The guy had great reviews about everything that he has sold. And it's up to Rob to try to deal with that. I'm told he was ordering another, fuel pump, and we'll put that on and get him running.
All right. So we're in the last 10 minutes of when people like to still be here. I'm gonna keep going, if that's all right. So we have, July 2nd, Light Up the Sky. That's at the Brewer Stadium, 51st Avenue and Indian School. Another city event, that's the one where you can get the, the VIP box access still, 3 vehicles, $100 each. Food, drinks, VIP experience. And then the fabulous Phoenix 4th, that's Steel Indian School Park. I think the one at the Brewer Stadium, everyone who's there is gonna have gone through metal detector security, except for you. You can come in with your hands and everything. I don't know if that's true. We'll let you know. But the event is the big celebration of the America 250 at Steel Indian School Park. And if you're interested in any of these, I need your RSVP. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to treat it fair. The people who ask first, I'll put them on the list first. If somebody already did one, I'll try to offer it to somebody else if somebody didn't get a chance. But we're gonna try to give people a chance to do these events for the 4th. So pick 1 or 2 of them that are near you. If you wanna do them all, sign up for all 3. But if I have a lot of interest, I'll ask you which one you want the most. So, and that gets us down to November 14th, a night to remember. That one is in Goodyear at the Blimp hangar, and that's that nice gala. They said they're gonna have, like big band music. They're going to have, World War II, 40s, 50s era cocktails, and not just military vehicles, but all World War II era vehicles. But they want us to bring out some military vehicles for this. So I was thinking if somebody wants to get a WLA down off the shelf and put it inside some cotton ropes, that would be a great one to have there.
That would be way
Is the Humvee okay for that? That's like right around my house.
It is not.
Okay.
World War II only, so what they're looking for,
Jeeps.
and they don't want all the same things, so, if we have, different colors, different, uniform, World War II Jeeps, Willys, GP, I don't know what we're gonna do to give them up to 10 World War II vehicles that aren't all the same. Go ahead,
What would they think about a 1941 Packard?
I might be able to get that to work, so just let me know. So that way, your Packard can come and then somebody else can bring a Jeep, that would be a nice thing.
Or I could bring both.
Well, we'll see what comes up.
M38 okay in that?
I can help you with
What
that
is
one,
that?
Aiden.
M38 okay?
What
in
year?
that? 52. It's what employment it is.
Yeah,
Too late. It'd be too soon.
it might be too late. What I'm gonna do is, depending on the offers, okay, send it to me, And depending on what, because I already told them, you know, what about, you know, some of these trucks that are a little bit newer than World War II that, because I think her ask is hard. So we'll see if we can stretch it a little bit into the 50s. Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
saw a patent, they were using Korean stuff in that George C. Scott movie, so.
Yeah.
I don't think Hollywood's a good reference.
Let's hear from Sam. Sam, what's up?
Did the city of Mesa ever reach out to you about the Fourth of July event? Many of us go there.
We don't, here's the deal, talk to the East Valley Club, I think Sam's doing the right thing, focusing on what our club was offered, because it's very dicey, it's annoying as hell, and then the money in Mesa varies by who RSVPs to who, and it's a source of contention. We've got people who wanna kill each other or fight over the fact that it's work.
I
So
get it.
talk to the East Valley Club.
There's many of us here who go there. 'cause I've
Yeah, I've been
seen-
there many times, yeah.
But they offer $150 per vehicle. And they're, in my letter I got, if you know anybody who's interested, let them know.
Send it over, Sam, I'll advertise it. Send it over, I'll advertise it. We try not to be, we do everything as a single donation to the organization that we split out to the members. And it's, as Joe said, the East Valley Club has preferred we didn't do that. So as a kindness to the East Valley Club, I don't.
And it isn't just East Valley Club, it's the individuals in the East Valley who have got their own deals. So we really can't win as a club being involved in Mesa, but you're welcome to go, and you will get paid well, and you'll swelter in the heat, and kids with sticky pops will ruin your vehicle. But, you know, I'm not bitter, I've done it many times, I'll probably do it again this year, but it's a crucible.
Now, you've been there, right? With
Clear
the-
plastic.
Yeah. And the 37.
Let it go.
Clear
I'm gonna
plastic.
change the slide.
Shrink wrap, there you go, shrink wrap it.
So, I think if you need something for nationals, you better ask quick. So if you want something for nationals, like, an embroidered shirt, let me know. I think you said you wanted one, so send me an email, please, and we'll try to get a quick order together. We are taking orders for the August meeting. We want those in by the June meeting. So if you wonder what those types of things are, it can be fleece jackets, it can be collared shirts like what I'm wearing, hats like this, hats like you've seen other people wear, boonie hats, bags, beanies, whatever it is you want. Magnets for your truck. We can get this order in for August, but we need the order in by June for the August order. So far, I have nothing on the order. The more that gets ordered, we try to do it twice a year so that we bundle the cost and get the cost down. I think we got things under $20 even by bulk ordering, so it was good. Mark Rose has a whole bunch of Humvee stuff for sale. He sent me more pictures than this, so if you see something in these pictures that is something that you need for one of your vehicles, he has lots of Humvee parts. So I don't know what else he has. I just said I'd throw the pictures up on the slide. Deuce and a half for 19,000. If you're interested, take a picture. I don't see any cameras coming out. Clicking through. George's M715. I think he's going to let that be a club project truck, and we'll see how that works. Anybody interested? Let me know.
Lance is definitely interested in that one. I got parts for us. You want, I'll help you out.
I'll take the help.
Then we
And,
both have 1715s.
and George already said he'd do a payment plan with me.
See, it
Yeah.
could work.
I think it can work better than that. Just talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Still got some trailers and other stuff for sale. We're at the end of the slide deck. Is there anything else that anybody wanted to bring up before we end this? Go ahead.
I heard that Rod Shaver had heart surgery. Anybody know anything about that?
I do know that he had heart surgery. I don't know any further
More,
details.
that's all I heard.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the status of Rod Shaver, I don't either.
It turned out okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it did?
Thank
So
you,
far,
Matt.
so? Okay.
Yeah.
And on that note, anybody who's actually a member here, post one as well, who knows or hasn't heard. Linda, the secretary for the post, had a pretty bad fall, but apparently she's gonna be slowly on the mend. She hit her head pretty bad on her fall, so just thoughts and prayers for her.
Go ahead, Dr. Corral.
A little mule got
Anybody have a mule throttle cable? Or know what he can get that will work to help him?
What part of town are you in? Brad Carrot might have that. Brad Carrot has multiple mules. He might have that. Where in town are you?
Hampton?
You wanna connect him with Brad? Brad's in Mesa, but you wanna connect him with him?
I'll give him my card and he can call me and we'll talk.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Another source, Peter Klein.
I don't know. Brad might have.
Any motions? Go ahead.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Does anybody not have a ticket in the money raffle? Does anybody want to buy a ticket for the money raffle? Raise your hand and come up if you want a ticket for the money raffle. You don't have to.